Whatever, dude. 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 Whatever, dude. Dude. Whatever, dude. Dude.
Chop chop. Chop chop. Chop chop.
You fucked me up, dude.
Dude. Dude. Dude.
Round one, fight.
Sister country.
I guess they don't.
Welcome to Lab After Dark.
Good to see you. It's good to be here. I don't know if you came to the right place or not, but I'm glad that you're here. We'll see what we can do about those laughs. Good to see you. Hopefully, you guys, let me know if you watched yesterday's show.
I support abortion.
I enjoyed it. And hit that like button if you haven't already.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, definitely Don Wells cough. That's exactly whose it is. How'd you know that?
Chunk chunk.
Dan says, hi all from Adelaide, Australia.
Right,
Is that how I say it?
right,
Is that PG?
right.
Okay. Love you, Josh and Payton. We love you guys too.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I'll tell you, if Peyton sends me any more election news, I'm cutting them off at least for a week. Inbox is full. I appreciate you saying the show was off. Thank you. Yeah, I was kind of wondering too, and we can talk about that a little bit. There seemed to be some confusion as to why, like, there seemed to have been some confusion that I just left the show after it was over, and I do not think that I did that. Maybe I did, but I was pretty sure that I said that it, was over, and I was just trying to make it, be that. Like, I wasn't gonna keep carrying on. Once I was done with the show, I was done, like kind of like a newscast or whatever. But and I apologize if you felt kind of off, bamboozled. I'm not sure. I really, but I got a couple messages, and even Linda scolded me. She said, you didn't take a bite. And I was like, I think I did. Yeah. I thought that I did. All right. I mean, it was over. That was the broadcast, Bum, 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 bum. See, Debbie knows. You did say that part was over. All I said was, that's it. That was it. It was done. I don't like to linger. If I don't have anything to linger for, I'm not going to linger. You know what I'm saying? Lingering is not my favorite thing to do, so I don't do it. And, it was kind of like, The Sopranos. I did say, okay, I didn't say goodbye. This is semantics. This is semantics right now, because I did say goodbye, but not like the traditional, well, thank you for watching this program. Oh, goodbye. Lingerer, dude. Lingerer. No, all I did, we can go back and watch. You know what? Do we need to revisit what happened? I don't want to. I'll do it. But I thought that I said bye, didn't I? Bye in the sense of, hey, later on, dudes. Somebody said it was the Irish goodbye. I always thought an Irish goodbye was when you flip somebody off on the way out the door. But see. Let's just, just clear the air. Let's make sure we all understand each other. Just kidding. Nobody understands me. By the way, we are within 1 week. I will be a staggering 39 years old Friday. This coming week. Can you believe that? 39. Next, it'll be 93. Just kidding. Not a chance. I'll make it. Not a chance. 93. No way. That's a lot. That's too far. All right. Let's see. And if you haven't, check out, I was on John Davis True Crime show earlier. Blast. Had a blast. And I think I said goodbye on there as well. But you know what? Let's just, whoa. Now that's a thumbnail right there. I did. I said 55. I'll be 39. November 15th. What up, Melly? Good to see you. Linda's in the house. Cherish it. I'll be 40. You know what? I already feel 40. Like my son tells me all the time. He's like, dude, you're already like, for some reason, he keeps telling me like I'm like 50. I don't get it. He thinks it's funny, like it bothers me or something. Right here. Let's see. Let's see what really happened. None of this fake news bull crap. 40,000 electoral votes. 40 recount to recount. Much. I'm not sure. Probably. Look how professional I look. I looked all buttoned up. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's a ton. Yeah, Minister of Gossip. And anyway. I was going to do this last night. I don't know. Let's see. He's breaking down. He's flipping off the dogs. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. So, I mean, I guess that's the end of it. I guess that's the end of it. That is a goodbye. One more time. I mean, I guess there it is. So, I mean, I guess that's the end of it. Well, yeah, I mean, it was a goodbye. I mean, I don't know. Isn't that how you, thank you. Okay. Well, I didn't say thank you. I apologize for not saying thank you. Next time I will always, well, I won't say always, but I'll say thank you or bye or whatever. I thought I did too. I thought that I said goodbye. I thought I was like, all right, guys, later. Gray Hughes was thinks he is Trump. In Oregon, but he's just a jerk. So that's what he was. But I'm telling you that I'm pretty sure that I mean it felt like a goodbye. Was that not a sufficient bye? I mean, I'm sorry. I really am. If I was, I don't know. Maybe I was rude about it. I don't know. It wasn't my intention. It's really it's delicious. Very refreshing. We could give them a lot of awards. Oh no. No, 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 no. I heard a little something about some tattoos, but I'm not. What's going on here? I heard a little something about some tattoos. It's just kind of weird because was it a fake buy? You don't want to agree. Well, maybe somebody could write a letter to ICE and say that he's from Russia or something. I don't know. Don't do that, by the way, but because I don't think you can just like send a letter to ICE. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it was a bad goodbye. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. Let's see here. Color so bad. This is way over the right. Then, well, Yeah, is that what it was? It was a K buy. When was the awkward silence? I mean, what was it? When was was there an awkward silence? Did I do something to do that? The funniest was the AS PCA award. It was pretty good. I thought it was fine. But yeah, I am an introvert. I mean, it was a special broadcast. It wasn't, this is Lab After Dark, whatever. And that was a CNN, JNN, or whatever it was, special presentation. That's what it felt like. But we need a drum solo. I could do that if I don't have a drum set. Let's see here. I used to have one. I don't have one anymore. It was LNN, Lab News Network. That was just our debut. I know we didn't do the best. I wasn't the best host. I tried. It didn't work. Did somebody send a Dear John letter or John Deere letter? Is that what happened? I definitely say bye like that. Sometimes you're lucky if I thought that it was a goodbye. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was that out of touch or it was just like it was a news thing. But look, I'm not a newscaster. I tried and I failed. How does next time, Josh, sing Sound of Music song? There was no intro song. There was no the only music that was playing that night was this. See? That was the only music that was playing. Starting soon. Let me see here. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum. Bum, 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 bum. I have no idea. Probably in the bed, hopefully. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking about. Maybe that's what I want to do from now on is like just call like baseball games and stuff. Here's the pitch. And Sammy Sosa with his corked bat. I thought about doing that, but I don't know. I would like to be like I think I could probably be a pretty good sports commentator, but I don't know. I like baseball a lot, but I like watching it. I don't know if I'd like to call it, I would probably get kicked off the air for something, terrible. My daughter went to the Kill Tony show at Masonic Temple downtown. It sucked. It was only random people, no band, no Tony. She spent a lot of money on tickets and Uber. How does Kill Tony not show up to his own show? I don't understand that. I don't get it. I always play the drums, intro, outro on Lab After Dark. I always have. I always will. That's kind of my thing. The bum 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 bum. Could somebody fill me in on this tattoo business? Because people seem to be making a huge deal about Betty getting a tattoo, which I don't know why anybody actually cares unless they just like to bitch about stuff. I really don't understand what the big hoopla is about. And I also don't understand like watching somebody's every move and reporting on it. Let's see. Ending with a question isn't an ending. That's probably true. Yeah, but it's like, I think it was Sebastian Rogers tattoo, and you know, people live with that. They live for that stuff. You know, they're like, man, let's, you know, I mean, people get so upset. I heard people discussing the monkey that Justin was going to get, and they were like, I can't believe that guy's getting a monkey. Not even kidding, too. And like, when I listen, all I hear is it's like this panel. I'm not going to say whose panel it was, but it sounds like a bunch of like tuberculosis patients going, he should have never got he should a monkey. It's like, dude, hook it up with that iron lung. You know, I know. You guys should never, ever get. Let's see. Kelly Golightly, the felon allegedly. Who gets a tattoo with someone else's son on it? Betty. She did. It's a fact. Oh, dude. I mean, I love Justin to death, and I just hope he knows what he's getting into. And I personally, I don't give a shit what he does. He can adopt 10,000 monkeys for all I care. I'm not the one that's got to take care of it, nor would I ever want to. I would never take care of a monkey. I would never let a monkey into my house. Otis is about as bad as it comes. And, you know, yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what it all entails, taking care of a monkey. Never thought about it. Although, I mean, I have wanted to have, I don't know if a spider monkey is considered an exotic animal or not, but I've always, like, there are certain kinds of animals, like a miniature elephant. That would be cool. You know, maybe a giraffe, but they'd have to be like a small animal. No, I think they just go in a diaper. I think they peeps and poops and dipes. I don't think that there's a litter box, you know. Great band name, 10,000 Monkeys. Yeah, well, that's the thing too. You know, there used to be, I knew this, she used to be here on YouTube a long time ago. And she told me one time that her brother had like a tortoise, or has a tortoise, and it's like 50 years old, and I guess they can live to be like 130 or whatever. Can you imagine having to pass an animal down generation to generation? It's just like, I bequeath to you my tortoise that is enormous. My enormous tortoise. And I mean, it's just like you have to, like, if you have to like write a will, like who gets your monkey if you die? I kind of wonder that too. Like what, I don't know where my dogs would go. I guess I gotta write a will. I don't think there's anybody in my family that would be willing to take both of them, let alone Macho could probably get a home. Otis would be a tough sell. Like a really tough sell. I don't know that there's a person out there that would be like, okay, I'm in line when Josh, go. I mean, I just don't see it. I know the mail lady was thoroughly creeped out by Otis today because I'd never seen this mail lady before. And 40 years, that monkey, Justin's going to be 80 years old. Possibly having a funeral for a monkey. I mean, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know how long that is? I know he'll take good care of the monkey. I have no doubt about that. I'm just saying. Like, who wants to be 80 getting ready to bury a monkey? Hopefully the monkey can look. If I had a monkey, I don't know. I don't know. Can you leave it at home when you go somewhere? Like, is that you can leave the monkey all alone? Like, it's going to sit on the couch and do what? I'm sure he has. What does the monkey do? Like sit and read the Wall Street Journal while you're at the grocery store? What does it do? What does a monkey do? Monkey see, monkey do. I don't know. We used to have this monkey at the zoo. I'm all over the place tonight, but there was this monkey at the zoo. His name was Ed. He was like 70 years old. He was like an orangutan or whatever it was. And he used to throw crap at everybody constantly. Even if you were nice to the old piece of crap, he would go, hey, and then you go, yeah. And then he'd take a dump and then he would throw it at you like he was like Nolan Ryan. I mean, you never seen an ape throw a turd like that. Never. They don't make them like that anymore, and they never will. I remember when it got loose and when I was in grade school, they had shut the whole school down. They're like, there's a monkey on the loose. Like, I don't even know what that means. It's like the monkey from the school. And our school is right across the street from the zoo. So we were on lockdown until they found him. His name was Ed. He was so old and mean. Yeah, they do, man. I don't understand it. I don't know. Well, kids do that too. I think. But I don't know, man. I love them. I'm sure that they'll do great together. But at this age, like I said, I'm turning 39 soon. 39. And I'm telling you, at this age, I think we need to be lightening our loads and not taking on monkeys. Like, you have to find a babysitter for your monkey. Like, who babysits the monkey? Justin, where are you? Probably too tired dealing with the monkey. I got questions, and he better have answers. I don't know. I don't get it. I've known people that have had monkeys before, but my neighbor next road over had the crazy monkey in Churchill, Tennessee. Get out and torment the neighbors. Took the garden hose away from the old lady, squirted her. It's online. Yikes. So what? So it just stays. It's just on him constantly. Wow. So I don't understand. I'm sure he is. I'm sure. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what he's really doing. Yo, monkey boy. How's the monkey? Heard you have a monkey. Monkey, monkey. Fee, fi, fo, funky. Heard you have a monkey. Oh, he already wrote back. I guess that's what happens. I guess that's what happens when. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Oh no, I don't know if he's sleeping or not. I need to know about this monkey. I told him I'm live talking about his monkey. He's supposed to. Let's see. I think he's going to call in. Let's see if he can. I have just a couple of questions. The monkey's only 1 pound. That's amazing. It's a small monkey. Now I'm fascinated. All right. Let's see. The monkey's adorable. 5 or 6 pound monkey. That's a big monkey. Otis weighs like 35 pounds. He's a fat shit. That's a huge monkey. All right, monkey man, where you at? It's like Tarzan. A monkey? It's only 6 weeks. I don't think the monkey does anything. I think it's just a little baby still. I don't know how big the monkey is. Did he go live with the baby? With the monkey? The baby monkey? The bunkie? I'll bother you in the middle of the night. I don't care. Well, these are questions that we can ask. I think. Get a members only, huh? God dang you, Justin. I don't know. I don't know what the monkey does. I don't know if the monkey does anything. It might not do anything at all. Maybe it's just a companion. I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing. Like I've never known, like I've known people that have had monkeys before, but I've never known somebody to actually go get one and then bring it back. Got diapers. All right. I got some leftover diapers. Yeah, well, nobody told me. Dang, man. People are exotic, Let me see here. Look at that. Thank you, Linda, for gifting the Lab After Dark membership. Very much appreciated. And Ernie Rose. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, he was on Britney's, huh? Is that right? Really? Well, where is he? He's not call. Is he going to call in? JJ? Where you at, JJ? JJ! I have questions about your monkey. I just said I have questions about your monkey, which is amazing because he actually has one. He has a real monkey. Just send me a picture of it then, Justin. What the hell are you doing? Oh, yeah, you're busy with a monkey. She bottle feeds. Oh, you fudged. You fudged up. Yeah, who cares? People were talking about like, I don't understand. Why would anybody care what he does? I mean, I care, but in a supportive way. I support that he gets a monkey. I just have questions. Oh, no, dude. The guy owns a monkey. I don't think so. I hope he understands what I meant when I said send me a picture of the monkey. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, they were calling it nasty and everything earlier. Such haters. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people like this, the tattoo business, like that's not something that I would do personally. But that's just me personally. But here's the thing. I don't care who does what. I really don't. I mean, I don't think that I could care any less. Although I like the donkey. I thought he didn't get a donkey. He got a monkey. But I would support him if he got a donkey too. People get donkeys. I want a mule, you know, maybe like ride a mule around town or something. That'd be cool. I remember watching the Waltons one time and John Boy was racing. It was like a mountain race and they were poor, so they couldn't afford an actual horse. And no, he's not asleep. He's texting me, but they couldn't afford the an actual horse, so he had to ride a mule. But apparently mules are much better in like terrain, so he won. It was some sort of euphemism for like, maybe if you're not the best at something or whatever, that you can still win I don't know what it was, but they made the mule look cool and they made the other one, the thoroughbred look, stupid. Um, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I just think it's funny that people care. But it's the thing is they don't actually care. They just want to talk shit. People just want to talk about other people's business while they conceal their own. There's a lot of people. I tell you guys things like that goes on in my life, and that's been used against me many times, I guess. Funny thing is, I care about as much as what is going on here? Why? I was just saying, wait, I'm not Justin. I'm Josh. Yeah. People just like to talk crap. That's just who they are. And they put off I have never met one happy person that just talks so much shit about other people. I've never met a happy person that does that. They're always the most miserable, bitter face, Brutus, nasty ass. You can't even be around them without feeling, like, oh, uh, you know, that's, there are people out there that are living their lives and doing things and enjoying themselves and engaging in life and instead not paying attention to what everybody else does. But that's YouTube, I guess, for you. That's social media. People love to do that because they have nothing else to talk about. You talk about your own life, like the mail lady that let my damn dogs out. She like opened the screen. She's like, "Oh, they're so cute," and then they just run off. She's like, "Will they come back?" And I said, "Hopefully not. Hopefully not." You put it out there, people are going to talk. But look, Kelly Golightly, the felon allegedly. There's a difference between talking about something and degrading. There's a huge difference. When you continually degrade people, when you continually act morally superior, when you continually are just nasty, that's not talking. That's just being an asshole. That's what that is to me. There's, talking about it is one thing, but like degrading people, just saying just awfully mean things and just being a foul person, you know. I've it's so funny because I used to tell my kids that all the time. They would bring something up, you know, and I'd say, you know what? You're gonna have to worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, worry about yourself and everything else will, you know, be fine. It's up to that person. Yeah, dude, she like let the dog and then she was absolutely disgusted. I think she was scared of Otis because when he got out, he got all happy and then he literally like hopped like a rabbit sort of. And then Macho was just finding everything that he could to piss on. He was just like going pee here and then pee there. And then don't tell anybody, but he peed on one of my neighbors. It was like a wood carving, like a really nice wood carving. I tried to stop him. I couldn't get there in time. He got over there and he hit the low rider, switched and shot his leg up, and he peed on the wood carving statue. It's like really nice. Now I'm worried that every time he gets out, he's going to do that. Because now I think he thinks, yeah, exactly. It's his now. Look, I can guarantee you that this person's going to be like, look, I paid a bunch of money for this. If she sees my dog peeing on it. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, they are pigs, but yeah, he peed on her. He peed on the statue. I think I'm gonna go tell her tomorrow. Psych. No, I am. Somebody from YouTube will be like, I'm gonna find Josh's neighbor. Well, guess what? You'll never find her. Never. And if you do, just tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I'm sorry. Apologize for me. That's what I need you. That's what I'll need you to do. I'll need you to apologize for me because I don't I don't have it's not like something you can just rinse off, I don't think. I think she even brings it in when it rains. I'm not sure, man. I'm a little worried to be honest with you. Um Hold on, sorry, let me catch up with it. Sparker says, when I don't care for someone, I don't even want to burden my mind with them. And I sure don't want to be all bitter and biatchy. I'm with you, Sparker. I'm with you. No, because they'll get in a fight because they're both like the same age. And I could just see like grandma's gone wild. They'd be out there hitting each other with walkers and stuff because grandma's very protective of Macho. She loves him, you know. Yeah, golden Sherwood carving. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me they'll fight. I'm sure they'll fight. Turtle Gang, $10 super sticker. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. There are monkeys on the loose in South Carolina. Great. Yeah, my grandma, like, if she said something like, you keep your little fat ass dog on your side of the property, my grandma would be like, look, listen here, biatch. You know, I could just that's my grandma talking. I would never say that to anybody, but I could see my grandma might, you know, just depending on how upset she would get. You know, I could see her getting into it with her. So I don't want my grandma to go bad on that lady because she will. She would, and she will. Because I know it's going to be a confrontation. And it's all caused by Macho. But anyway, the male lady. So Otis has drool coming from each side of his mouth. He's got grass and a little bit of mud stuck to his head. He's got grass from coming from like it's stuck to the side of his face. And he's sitting there and he's like jumping up and down, like staring at her. And she literally says to him, "Oh my God, you're a mess." And I was like, yeah, he is. He is. He's a mess. And he is. No question about it. She was completely right. Completely right. He was. He looked like he had rabies. I'm not kidding. If you've ever he looked like a wild, he's absolutely nuts. And he's 3 years old now and has not calmed down much at all. Okay. So it's just face the facts here. And I don't think he's getting any better. And I don't think Justin's calling in about his friggin' monkey either. Did he send me? Let's see here. Payton just sent me something about the election. He's supposed to be working. I told him not to send me anything else about the election. Guy can't help himself. Every 3 hours. How long is that going to go on? You have to feed the monkey every 3 hours? What a life altering thing, man. I mean, I'm sure he did the research. It's tough, though. I just want to know. I don't understand who's going to watch the damn thing. Who's going to watch the monkey, when he wants to go to the movies with his hubby or something? I mean, who's going to watch the monkey? Do you have a monkey babysitter? Aren't monkeys wild animals? Do they bite? Do monkeys bite? I think they bite. I think they do. Look, if I was a 3-pound monkey being handled by people, I would certainly get to snapping, Call in number at the bottom of the screen, 707-677-8264. Nah, probably. I mean, I would, I don't know. I'd probably feed it like a banana or something. But other than that, um, I don't see that being an option. Some kids bite. Why wouldn't a monkey bite? I don't know. But monkeys don't speak English or don't talk human. You can tell a kid, "Hey, don't bite," and you can have that conversation. How do you have a conversation? Hey, listen, Pearl, we need to talk. Your behavior, lately has been unacceptable, and tired of you biting people. What do you mean? Kids bite. Humans don't give birth to monkeys. You can't compare the two. One's a monkey, one's a human. So what? Kids bite. Not all of them. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. My cousin got bitten by a monkey in Thailand. There's a big chunk missing from the back of his leg. Not a ringing endorsement for a monkey. I look, I'm sure it's cute. I'm sure. How obvious is it, Janine? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. Josh has obviously never breastfed. No, I haven't. But I remember telling my son that he had a friend over, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "When you were really little," and I made this up. I said, your mom wasn't home, and I couldn't get you to stop crying, so I had to I had to put you on the nipple, and you shut up." He was like, we were having dinner, and his little buddy was over. His buddy's just laughing. He's like, "No," I was like, "Yeah, dude, seriously, really?" He's like, "No," I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Dude, I couldn't get you to stop crying. I didn't know what else to do." And he's like, "You didn't know what else to do? Why didn't you just let me cry?" He was pissed. Pissed. I didn't actually do it, but I wouldn't have been opposed if there was no other option, but he was, he was very upset. Very, very upset. Can you blame him? He was like, "You gotta be kidding me, dude." Yeah, I'm sure B Tim will be like, "Josh breastfed his son." I can just see it, but I don't care. Doesn't matter. I didn't do it. It's a good story. It was funny. It's like, tonight on CNN, fatty fat man Josh Diaz breastfeeding his children. Let's investigate. I did. I told the story right in, like, while we were having pizza with like a couple of his friends, and they all liked it. He didn't like it. Can you blame him? Axe Michelle. I think that I think David, was it David Taylor? I still think he acts. I still think he does his thing where he's ripping people off. Hold on. One second here. Yo.
What's up?
All right. So really fast. I was just I know that you're working on stuff for tomorrow, and I appreciate all the hard work you've been doing. However, do you remember the time when I convinced you that I had breastfed you with your friend over?
I mean, I don't know if you convinced me.
Well, you were awfully upset, weren't you?
Yeah, I was very upset at the notion of you telling me that you breastfed me when I was younger.
Only I didn't, but it was only to calm you because the story wasn't even true, but it was funny.
Well, for you, but when you're 13 years old and your dad's telling you, and your dad's telling you, you know, he breastfed you, maybe that's not a good thing to hear.
No, well, that's why I told the story, and that's why it was to humiliate you in front of your friends. But and I think it worked to a certain extent. But I mean, it wasn't like you guys didn't give me hell every step of the way. You know,
True.
I mean, one time Ronell told me I looked like Peter Griffin. You remember that?
Is he wrong? I don't know.
Yes, he's wrong. How dare you?
Well, you let the viewers decide on this one.
No, I'm not asking anybody if I look like Peter Griffin. I don't look like Peter Griffin.
Viewers, does he look like Peter?
Don't ask those questions.
Why?
Because I said so. And stop and
Freedom of speech.
here we go again. And don't send me any more election stuff.
Why not?
No more. Done. Because I don't want to read that crap anymore.
You don't have to read it, just watch it.
I don't want to do that either. I don't want to read it. I don't want to watch it. No more election stuff. Promise me.
I'm not going to promise anything because I'm going to keep doing it.
Promise me.
I'm going to keep doing it.
I'm going to have to block you then.
You're not going to block me.
Yes, I am.
You're going to look at what I send you.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I really, you know, just not. I'm not going to anymore.
I think you will, and I think you're just saying that.
No, I'm not just saying it. I'm asking you to not send me that stuff anymore. But you're going to keep doing it because you don't listen. You never have. You never will.
And it's informative.
Send me something else. Like send me I don't know. Just send me something nice.
Don't you want to know about
No, I don't care.
About RFK Jr.?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Why? He's trying to make America healthy again.
Okay. Well, this is getting political and I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from you because you're a psychopath and I told you I didn't want to talk about it. And then you just somehow crowbarred in anyway, just not caring.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't think you are. It doesn't sound sincere.
No, I'm sorry. No,
No, you're not.
No, I'm sorry.
Did
dude.
you just say you
My
just
bad.
sent me something again?
I can't help myself.
Oh, wow, dude. How the RNC will dominate for the next 100. Okay. Good night, Payton.
Good night, viewers.
Bye. Okay. So that was awful. He just like tortures me. No. Never. I don't know. Maybe he'll show up in chat now. Good night, Josh's son. Yeah, good night. Bye, Payton. Everybody everybody says that we're a lot alike. I don't think that that's the truth. I think that he is just like he's a little he might be a little even more tenacious than I am. I want to hear about RFK. I don't. I mean, I don't. That's what I'm saying is I don't care about that kind of stuff. I probably should. I don't. Is he just like me? Yeah, he always tells me I'm going to be 50 and I'm not going to be 50. I'm going to be 39. I want to hear about RFK. Nobody's talking about RFK. I don't know what a brainworm is. What's that? What's a brainworm? It's time to make America great again. Is it? The one thing that I never understood, and I always thought that that slogan was like kind of cool, but that was Ronald Reagan's, dude. That was the Reaganators. You know, that was Ronald. Oh God, make America healthy again. It's so stupid, dude. Just in, Payton sucks. This just in, Payton carries the state of California as the biggest a-hole out there. Yeah, there we go. Payton carries the state with 100 million electoral votes. He's a jerk, and he doesn't listen or respect his father or his boss. And he's going to carry the state very easily. It's just a very easy one to call. That's right. Angry Anakin is Payton, for those of you that are in the chat. There he is. 77 MCL says it's the nipple effect. I don't know about that, but we're talking about who? He had a worm die in his. That's the most horrifying thing I've ever heard. It's disgusting. Are you that guy? I don't know that. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Yeah, that's why he's so passionate about America's health now. Why? Because he had a parasite? Yeah, dude. See? That's what I'm talking about. Tit for tat. Yeah. Tit for tat, dude. That's terrible. That is so funny. Yeah, I don't care about any of that stuff. I'll tell you what I do care about though, wholeheartedly, is wanting to know more about this damn monkey business. I really need to know, like, what's the plan when you want to go to like Puerto Rico on vacation? You know, what's the plan? Like, what happens? What happens when you have to go on vacation? You can't board a monkey, can you? I guarantee you cannot take it international. There's no way. Not with Robert F. Kennedy or whatever his name is becoming the health administrator. He's not going to let no monkeys like fly international. I wish I knew. Hire a monkey sitter. Take a private jet. Corn dogs. You didn't say. I don't think I didn't know about the monkeys. Hold on, let's see. You want to see about some monkeys running loose? Let me see here. Came right up. Wow. Holy crap. Now this is terrifying. They're research monkeys too. They're not like pets. They're like the ones they inject with friggin' crap, I think. Let me see here. Monkey mass escape. This is unbelievable. I know, that's what I was thinking, dude.
3 primates on the loose right now in a small South Carolina town after escaping a research facility, and authorities are now warning residents to keep their doors and windows secured. Let's bring in Andrew Davis from our South Carolina affiliate to break this down for us. Andrew, any word on where these monkeys are now and how are residents feeling?
I feel great.
Well, that's sort of
what are you laughing at? What's
the million
residents feed this down for us. Andrew, any word
Andrew, is that funny, Andrew?
on where these monkeys are now and how are residents feeling?
Well, that's sort of the million-dollar question right now, Nicole, is where are the monkeys? They've been seen sort of all around the city. They showed up at the food bank recently. They showed up on the top of another warehouse, and they've been seen by a few different citizens in the area. But those sightings are actually getting smaller and smaller as we go along. I just talked to the Embassy Police Department over there, and they said they've only seen a few people who've called in with monkey sightings so far. And the residents, really, they're fine. They know this monkey area is there. They've seen situations like this before, but they have told them to go ahead and lock those doors, lock those windows, so the monkeys can't go ahead and run inside and maybe become part of the family.
All right, so Andrew, they escaped again from a research facility. That can mean a lot of things, but we do know this facility has a history of misconduct. What more can you tell us?
Wow.
It does. It's got a history with those things. It's been cited by PETA, who definitely would like them to end their time there. They're a medical research facility by nature, which people have a lot of questions and a lot of difficulties with. Alpha Genesis is the name of them. They did have an escape back in 2016 as well, about 19 monkeys. That took 24 hours or so on that one. They do mean a lot to this community because they have this facility here. They have another one in Early Branch, South Carolina, which is a little bit north, that employs a couple hundred people for
so January through August, 6 incidents of monkeys opening, escaping enclosures, 6 incidents of monkeys relocated to wrong enclosures, 2 monkeys found dead from trauma. That's terrible. And 4 monkeys seriously injured. God dang.
for some small areas. So the residents are willing to work with what's here. They hope that the situation's right. I talked to the owner yesterday, who's telling me basically that they try to treat the monkeys as best as possible. In fact, they're even now taking care of something called Monkey Island, where they may be growing the monkeys, basically breeding them out there for the research themselves. But they say these monkeys are well treated, and there are about 4,000 of them on this property. So this is just a small number.
Just a small number. All right, Andrew, last question for you.
Oh, yeah. Small number, 43.
You mentioned PETA. We know the VP of PETA is calling or has called for this research facility to be shut down. Any word if this escape, this current escape, could potentially lead to that result?
I'll tell you, the local authorities definitely say they do not want this plant shut down. They believe in what Alpha Genesis is doing and what it means to this community. In fact, I happen to know that some of the state leaders also were involved in this to try to dissipate some of the issues and the questions about Alpha Genesis right now, because it does mean tax dollars to this area. So it's that always question of what's going on inside the facility versus what it means to this community, especially in dollars and cents.
Yeah, I don't. God knows what they're doing to those damn monkeys. Like, you know.
So my guess is this facility's been there a long time, and it will continue to be there even longer, even if there are fines or some sort of complaints involved.
All right, Andrew Davis from WSAV-TV there in South Carolina. Thank you so much for that update. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your
This is exactly, though, and I'm not even kidding. This is exactly how the movie Outbreak starts. They said there's thousands of them. Is there more stuff, the monkey stuff? No. I think there is, actually. $43 harmless.
Take a look at this video right here as the search does continue for 43 monkeys bred for medical research that escaped from a compound in South Carolina. Police here, about an hour outside of Savannah, Georgia, say the monkeys made a break for it Wednesday from the Alpha Genesis facility, and the video actually shows the monkeys nearby. You can see them in the distance there, kind of run by in the middle of your screen. Now, they're all females and are the size of a cat, weighing about 7 pounds, all of them bred to sell to medical and other researchers. Police say they've been seen exploring the outer fence of the compound.
What is it that here's what I don't understand. What is it that they want to find out? Like, monkeys have been around forever. What do they do? Do they just use them to test? Like, you shouldn't use monkeys or animals to test like things on. Like, they should save that for humans, like really bad humans too. Like say Stephen Stearns, right? They could use Stephen Stearns as like a research monkey. Like, they could give him, they could give him like smallpox or something. I don't know, dude.
Cooing at the monkeys that are still inside. Authorities in the town are recommending people who live within a mile from downtown keep their windows and doors closed and call 911 if they see the monkeys, but do not approach them. However, they also add the monkeys pose no risk to public health.
I think I'm going to try and write legislation for like sexual offenders of children and children murderers, that they should replace the monkeys. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that were they testing monkeys back in, the I guess you would call them Bible days. I don't know.
A lot to discuss.
They're way too human to have to deal with this stuff.
So I do want to bring in Chloe Appleby.
Right. Like I said, there's a lot of humans out there that would probably do better. Like, there's nothing better than to test stuff about humans on a human who's not a real human, but just now, like a guy like Stephen Stearns, right? He's useless. He's been found guilty. Well, he hasn't been found guilty yet, but he, look, it's on his phone and all that stuff and everything. They should give him whatever these monkeys get and let the monkeys go. He can do all of the vaccines. Let RFK go nuts on him. Pour fluoride in his face, whatever. Give him to RFK. Let him move to RFK's house and see what happens. What about that, huh, Payton?
A reporter at the Island Packet who covers news there over in South Carolina. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here and talk about all of this.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate the time.
Of course.
Oh, no.
Well, first off, I want to kind of get your reaction. You received the information that this has happened.
Send him to Dr. Fauci. Send him to Ouchie Fauci. Send him there. Let him test the boosters first. Instead of me. And then, I've had like 7 of them. I'm vaxxed like 7 times. And I tell you what, I'm starting to glow in the dark. No joke.
43 monkeys have escaped from this compound. What's the first thing that's going through your mind?
I mean, as you can imagine, it was pretty much a shock to all of us. We received a notification around 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. And again, this was after Tuesday when we were covering local elections. So kind of a crazy week already to start. But we
Can you believe it? Donald Trump got reelected and 43 monkeys broke loose.
received the notification that basically had the headline of escaped primates in Yemassee. And of course, our initial reaction as reporters is, oh my gosh, we need to.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but Stephen Stearns isn't a human.
Figure out more. We have so many questions. Our minds just fill with questions naturally. And this is honestly just part of the job, is having these unique and kind of.
You know, now that they've escaped, I'm actually kind of happy that they escaped, because maybe they'll have some freedom, some normalcy.
Sometimes wild stories you have to chase. So I think our initial reaction as a newsroom was just, we need to figure out what's going on here and help to answer some of the questions that are happening here.
Can you explain where?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It is what it is. Josh, don't put anything in your body the government wants you to. I ate Taco Bell. I have eaten tuna fish sandwiches out of a vending machine at a rest stop. I used to drink from the hose a lot. And let me see what else. Nothing the government's going to give me is any worse than what I've done.
Where the monkeys actually escaped from, and at this point, do police really have an idea of how they were able to escape?
Tuna fish sandwich from a rest stop vending machine is wild, folks. It's unheard of.
Yes, so the monkeys did escape from a research facility, research and breeding facility, rather, in Yemassee, known as Alpha Genesis. And locally, people call this the monkey farm. So it's well known to the community that it is there. And they escaped around 9 p.m. on Wednesday, as I've mentioned. And the reason for this, Josh, we've learned, is that
it's like, oh, Josh, don't get the vaccine. It's like, dude, I just drank a questionable slushy from probably the dirtiest market that you've ever seen. Yeah, like gas station. First of all, I'd never eat sushi, but something just like that.
It was a human error. 43 of a 50 monkey group escaped from an enclosure when an employee doing kind of routine cleaning and
corn dogs, hot dogs in general. Can you imagine how many of you eat hot dogs? Do we really know what's inside of a hot dog? I don't. I've heard rumors of what's in a hot dog. I've never taken the time to confirm what I've been told. I just plug my ears and go, nah, tastes good. Hot dog, nah. You know what I mean?
Feeding failed to secure.
I do. I feel bad for the 7 that didn't make it to.
2 doors behind her, which did lead to the monkey's escape.
We've got this video that you're looking at on the left-hand side of your screen there that kind of shows some of the sightings there. So if police kind of narrowed down exactly where they are.
Can you imagine being a police officer? They're like, we need you to go find these monkeys. Like, son of a bitch. Have police narrowed down. Why don't the people that run the friggin' place, why don't they go look for the damn monkeys? You know what I mean? I think that would probably be better. Not sure.
Yeah, so from our conversations with the town administrator and from releases that we've seen from the Yemassee Police Department, we do know that the monkeys are actually sticking close to the exterior perimeter of the facility. They've been heard cooing back and forth with the monkeys inside of the facility. So
honestly, this shit's so sad. I don't even want to watch it anymore. It's like the most disgusting. Those poor animals. Ugh. Cooing back and forth. It's horrendous. I seriously cannot believe that. But I can at the same time. Like that's the worst part. The worst. It's just so weird. Did anybody watch the latest sidebar? The Delphi sidebar. They have one today. How many of you think that Richard Allen is guilty? Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's guilty. Put a 2 if you think he's not. Put a 3 if you aren't sure. I'm very curious about that. Very curious. There's a lot of people that aren't sure. That's crazy. A lot of 3s. 2. 2. Man, I mean that is the split is. Yeah, let's do a proper poll here. Let's do a proper poll. I mean, it is. I think it's overwhelming. I don't know how to do a poll. I can't figure it out. I think I have to end this one. All right, we'll take a look at that. He says he didn't. He says he didn't lure them. I don't know if I wouldn't say that there. I would not say that there's no evidence. I think that that's a mischaracterization. Let me take a look here. What's the poll looking like? All right, guys, vote. So that way we've got a lot of don't knows. Let's see here. Why is my okay? That's a little better. Let's see. Let me pop out chat. Share the tab. All right, so it's more people that don't. It's people are saying. I mean, it's close. It's close all around. To be honest with you, more people say they don't know than do know. is Richard Allen. So let me tell you why, if you care, why I think that he's guilty. And I'll explain to you the issue that hi, good to see you. I talked about this today on John Davis's show. I feel like we have gotten into this culture of CSI where people think that there is DNA everywhere that would link a killer to a scene. That reasonable doubt isn't exactly how it's interpreted. Meaning, if you think that there was a man on a bridge, okay, so you have Richard Allen telling people, police, investigators, whatever, he's on the bridge that day. He just so happens to be on the bridge that day. Well, what's he wearing? It just so happens that he's wearing clothes that match the description of bridge guy. Just so happens. All right. Even to the beanie, because he wears a beanie. And so he's at the scene. He's wearing clothes that match him. There are people that see him there. Then he gives these confessions that people are saying, well, they're not true confessions. Well, that's not a true statement. You're just saying, but that's what I'm trying to say. You're just saying stuff. That's not true. 75% of the population does not have those clothes. Also, 75% of the population wasn't on the bridge that day. All right. He was on the bridge. Anybody else see anybody else on the bridge that day besides those three others? No, of course not. So you have a man who's claiming to have been on the bridge well before he met a doctor, well before he was evaluated for anything. Say that he was on the bridge that day wearing clothes that match the bridge guy. So what, he just decided to dress up like bridge guy? Yeah, so does killing two little girls, though. That clip was heavily doctored. See, and then here's another thing where when you have to start making these excuses like planted evidence, false confessions, I could see it in a vacuum. If you like, look, he confessed, but there's nothing else to tie him. The guy is at the scene of the crime, folks. He's at the scene of the crime. He admits to being on the bridge. He's on the bridge that day. He's at the scene of the crime. There's a car that matches it. So when you start like putting together this circumstantial evidence and you start stacking them on top of each other, one you could explain away, maybe two, but now you're starting to make these excuses. He was fed by the psychiatrist. Well, we don't know if that's true or not. People say that. But it really is, though. It really is. It's a couple 100 feet. He's in he's near the scene of the crime. Okay, let's just say that he's near the scene of the crime. You know, then, you know, but Melly, you can think that, but what evidence is there of it? What was me? I was never on the bridge that day. I wasn't on the bridge. He was. 60 plus confessions, including, yeah, the one where he said, why would I tell you I did it if I didn't do it? Once again, this is not an actual defense. If they witnessed several other guys, why did they not testify? I wasn't, though. I don't know what you mean. I wasn't there. Yes, they were accurate to the evidence, but they said that in a psychosis. And here's another thing. If you're telling me that this guy was so crazy that he memorized the discovery, and in his psychotic break, he confessed only because he knew the evidence against him, or the evidence was in discovery that he had no idea. I mean, does that really make sense? Do you really think that he got a hold of the discovery and said, you know what, I'm going to confess because I'm going crazy and I'm going to tell them exactly what's in this discovery? And then you say, well, what about the white van? And then people go, well, the white van, it was on message boards. There's too many excuses. There's too many excuses for every solid piece of circumstantial evidence. And then confessions are direct evidence. He's at the scene, or near the scene, excuse me, down the hill. He's on the bridge. He cut the girls. He said he was on the bridge. That's where the girls were confronted. That's where the crime scene started. It's a crime scene on the bridge that ended up down the hill. Was he on? I bet he was. I don't know. He wasn't on the bridge, was he? The box knife and van were accurate. That wasn't common knowledge. Yeah, I agree with that. I couldn't send him to prison. They don't have nothing to 100% prove it was him. Well, I mean, they have a confession. Confessions are a big deal. They're an absolute big deal, especially when they're detailed, especially when they know things about the crime that nobody else does. And you're not going to convince me that he memorized all of his discovery and then told and then it was fed to him by a psychologist. I can't believe there's no DNA on the girls. Makes no sense. 10%, less than 10% of all crime scenes have DNA evidence that lead them back to the killer. How do you know it was cooked up? How do we know that? I heard someone say he probably can't believe it right now. Confessed 61 times. No one but the prosecution believes him. I believe him. I believe he was there. I absolutely believe he was there. And that it was him, and that the car that was driving away just happened to match. What about the statements that he was making to investigators when he said that it was all over? It was all over when they were looking through his house. But look how he was treated. They served a search warrant on Ron Logan's house. If they were looking to railroad somebody, they could have railroaded Ron Logan, a dead guy, and then put this whole thing behind it. But that's just not, I don't see how they would drum up like 5 years later after they already looked horrible investigating this case. Yeah, he used a box cutter. Let me see. Yeah, the DNA thing does, you got to understand that the DNA thing does not matter. It doesn't matter. But who's this somebody else? That's what, who is that? This whole DNA thing. I mean, look it up. If you look it up, it's like less than 4% of are used to, what is it? They said that, what is it, 4% is used to, 4% of crime scenes use DNA. I have no idea. Due to not their DNA. Well, if they have somebody else, but there's no DNA whatsoever. So I don't know. We're gonna. I think that they'll probably come back with a verdict probably Monday or Tuesday. I won't be surprised either way. Did Elvis confess? Was Elvis on the bridge? I don't know. I'm asking because I don't know. I mean, see, everybody says it's a crazy case. To me, it seems pretty straightforward. But I even think he looks. I think he even looks like Bridge Guy. How long after the crime did they speak out? I think he self-reported 2 or 3 days after, or something like that. I do find it, I think it's weird though that like there's so many excuses for his confessions. I hate that. I don't know if, I mean, I don't know if they met. I don't know what they messed up. I don't know. Yeah, he looked like Bridge Guy to me. I don't know. I don't know what they did. I don't even think he talked to a cop the first time, but I could be wrong. So are you saying that they wanted to see the video confession, and I think that they were trying to compare. I think that they're trying to compare voices. I think that's what the jury's trying to do, but we'll find out. I mean, it'll be interesting. Yes, I do. I do think that Koberger's guilty. Do you think Koberger's guilty? Yeah, Koberger, he gets the royal treatment. Yeah, I think Koberger. Yeah, of course. I mean, I mean the guy. Yeah, yes, I believe he was guilty. I believe he's guilty. that is exactly how I have felt for some time now. I think that there's just too many excuses to be made for Richard Allen not being the guy. Way too many. You know, he drives the same kind of car, but it's not the exact car. We don't know if it's the exact car, or he's on the bridge. But everybody wears those kinds of clothing. Um, you know, it's so, to me, it is, you're making too many excuses for, and they're not even, you don't have, that's not a good excuse to say that it's a botched. You don't know if it was botched or not. We don't know if it was. You can say that it was, but we don't know that it is. Well, I mean, in his confession, he clearly says that he was the only one that did it. I mean, at some point you're going to want to take this guy at his word. I mean, you want to say how crazy he is. I mean, he didn't seem so crazy the 5 years that he was kind of floating around. Anxiety and depression is the same thing that a lot of us have. I don't know if that's a mental illness, or considered a mental illness that would make you falsely confess 61 times. The way that he talked to his mother, I mean, it's just like, I think people want to keep the mystery going. That would be more interesting. In my opinion, it's cut and dry. I think so too. I don't know if the judge is biased. I mean, she's let things into the defense, with the defense that the prosecution didn't want. Well, I mean, that tends to, when people get in high profile cases like that, they don't have much of a choice but to isolate him. It's either that or let him get killed, which is far worse than keeping him separated. It's not ideal. Going to prison isn't a good, it's not going to a resort, or going to jail, being held in jail, is not, it's not a resort, it's not something that is enjoyable. Um, My mom convicts based on whether they have evil eyes. She deemed both Kurt Koberger and Allen guilty. Yes, I could. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, little dove. Thank you very much. Yeah, they had to put him in isolation because the other guards were, or the other inmates were threatening to kill him. They were calling him baby killer and things like that. I mean, he has to be away from people. But I respect everybody's opinion, and I don't think you're dumb or ignorant either way. Um, I just think that, I just feel that way. I feel that he's guilty. I feel like that too many excuses have to be made for him not to be guilty. I think that people are looking for reasons for him to not be guilty, and I just don't think that there's enough. You know, you can be isolated. You can be isolated in jail. Prison is for the convicted. I mean, there was no law against him being there, Don. Was there? I don't think that there's no actual law saying that he couldn't be where they put him. There's just not. I don't know exactly how he was treated. I'm sure he wasn't treated great. None of that surprises me. None of it surprises me. There's nothing in the Constitution that says that he can't be held where he was held, though. Why? Why not? Was that against his constitutional rights? I don't think it was. But like I said, I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying that that's how I feel. And I know that other people feel different about it. This we'll see what the jury says. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a hung jury, because they would have to be, it has to be unanimous guilty or unanimous not guilty, right? I don't see them. I mean, it could very well be a hung jury. Of course, it's not against his constitutional rights. I don't think that it's possible. Well, look, if it's a hung jury, they'll retry him, Karen Reed style, no question. If it's a not guilty, then it's over. But if it's a hung jury, they'll retry him. He'll have to stay in jail. I understand. He'll have to stay in jail or prison, wherever they house him at, until there's until the next trial, which I don't know when that would be. But I either see a guilty or hung. I could see a hung jury. I could see that, but if I was on there, yeah, she's definitely going to push for it, which she should. That's her job. Her job is to make sure that they come up with something. But sometimes, doesn't happen. When they're hopelessly deadlocked, it can become a problem. Okay, I'm going to officially say goodbye. And thank you for being here. And I appreciate all of you very much. And I hope that you have. Josh, do you think socials do affect trials these days? Yes, I do. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Remember, if you don't agree with me, I love you still. I don't care. It's a good conversation. I enjoy talking about that. And that's what we do here. We can talk about stuff. You can have your opinion. It's a beautiful thing. You have to agree with me. Respect. Respect you all. Got to hit the like. I do. Yes, Cakes Boo. I absolutely. Palm Kitty, I respect your opinion as well. All of you guys. For the ladies. And let me see. Linda, thank you again. Gift and Irony Rose, thank you so much. And Turtle Gang dropping by, dropping a little super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. That's a good question. Well, we got some recording to do. So you'll probably see a new episode in a week. Also, hopefully you'll see another Lab After Dark podcast. Try it.
I support abortion.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Chunk chunk.
Right. Right. Right.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Hey, well, whatever. I thought it was funny. I don't know. It always ended up with blood. I remember he used to get so mad. He'd be watching Fox News, and he was a Fox News dude. And that was before I knew what Fox News, like that was before I really realized, but he was always watching like Shepard Smith and Hannity and Holmes and the O'Reilly Factor and Rush Limbaugh. He's always watching that, because he was like an old man, you know what I mean? And he was just very staunch in his ways. And like he would be watching, and they would be talking inevitably about the war in Afghanistan or something, and they would say, the troops are going to be slowly surrounding this area in the next couple of days. And you go, what the hell are they telling them what we're doing for? Josh, why are we telling them that? I'm like, I don't know, dude. What the hell are we telling them that for, Josh? Does that make any sense to you? I'm like, dude, I gotta go. I'm out of here. See ya. Does that make sense? I don't know. Not really. Why are they telling them where we're going to send the troops? Like, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. And then I'd go, but wouldn't the troops have to tell somebody before it could get on the news? Like somebody's telling them something. And I'm like, He's like, so now you're siding with them, huh? You're siding with them, Josh? I'm not. I promise you, I'm not siding with them. What are you, a communist? It's like, no, I'm not a communist. But he would, does that make any sense to you? It's like, dude, not really. I mean, I don't know. I would always say there's got to be a reason for it. He gets so pissed off about that too. Does that make sense to you, Josh? It really doesn't. Do you want to come to men's breakfast on Saturday? Not really. Well, you're coming anyway because I need you to cook the bacon for the men. That was a once a month thing in my house. It's called men's breakfast. You go cook for a bunch of middle-aged dudes. And I'd all sit around and talk about like when they were in the Navy and stuff. They would just tell these war stories that were awful. They weren't even good stories. It's not like Rambo. It's just awful, you know? And they would all over laugh and stuff, and they'd all drink coffee out of that little baby styrofoam cup. And it was like the worst, dude. It was the worst. Waking up at 7 on a Saturday to cook for a bunch of dudes to have breakfast at 8:00 in the morning. Who eats breakfast at 8:00 on Saturday morning? I don't know. And you wonder why I would piss them off, because we'd end up doing like that. It wasn't never fun. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be men's breakfast. Like, dude, I'm gonna go to that. I want to go hang out with your friends. That's what it was. It was me going to hang out with his friends.